How's it going, guys? This is my review on my 1/18 scale Jeep Grand Cherokee made by Maisto. This is the 2005 version. This model here comes in two colors. It comes in dark green and a light brown, tannish kind of color. I prefer the dark green color. I saw the tan one. I don't really like it too much. This model I got for about $28 US dollars on eBay. There's a couple places that you can find them. I've seen some go for as high as $50 and the low end $28. Overall, it's not bad quality for what you're paying for. I wouldn't advise anybody to pay $50 just because I don't feel like the quality is there at $50, but for $28 it's a pretty good deal. So let's start off with the front of this vehicle. Here we have the grille. It is a chrome finish, which is actually very accurate with the 5.7 limited version. The grille is not see-through, unfortunately, but you can't really expect much with Maistos. So it's one piece, which is okay. Moving on to the headlights, we have two very hideous pegs right here and there, and I'm not a fan. I'm completely not a fan. It looks ridiculous, but again, it's a Maisto, so I can't really say too much. But the overall realisticness, like how it looks pretty realistic. I'm not gonna lie. I have the stock headlights on my 2010, and it looks pretty realistic to the actual version. Moving on to the fog lights, there's not really much going on there. There's just a plastic cover, and I don't know what else. Literally, there's not much going on there. You have the plastic wind deflector in the bottom of the bumper. That's really realistic. I like the way that looks. The lines look good with this vehicle. Like, there's no huge gaps. It looks really good. I like it. When it comes to the logo in the front, here it is painted. It is not a sticker. As well as over here, trail rated, and in the back where you see 4x4. 5.7 liter limited and Jeep, those are all painted on there. They're not stickers. The paint quality looks pretty good on this model. It's not bad at all. There's no crazy blemishes that I would see on other models for this price point. It looks really good. As for the limited version, has the chrome linings on the trim. Same thing for the trim over here. It looks pretty good. It says Jeep Grand Cherokee on it. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I apologize if you cannot. But it's pretty accurate, and that's what we're going for. When you go over here, the front doors do open, and I like the way they open. They open lined up nicely with the fender. No crazy anchor gap like we see on the other 1/18 scale models made by Maisto, Barago, Motormax. You see these crazy anchor gaps, and in my further videos I will show you models that are like that, because I do own a couple models that are like that. One thing that I don't understand about this model though is that the door doesn't open like much. You can barely, like, you have just enough room to put your thumb in, but like, I don't understand why it doesn't open any more than that. But I guess to have this lining here, you couldn't really go that far. I'm not sure. I guess you kind of sacrifice some to gain some. It is what it is. Moving on to the interior, it is nicely colored, actually. It's not bland like you see in other models. You have the black pedals, tan seats with some gray lining there. You do have the, looks like wood trim, center console. You have a double din radio, which I guess has navigation. I'm not sure if it had backup camera back then, but it is what it is. It looks pretty good. It has a nice sunroof in there. Not sure if you can see that, but it has a nice sunroof. So the interior isn't as bad as any other models that I own with this at this price point. It actually looks pretty good, pretty impressive. The rear doors do not open, which sucks in my opinion. I truly try not to go for models that don't have opening back doors. But, you know, for Maistos and Baragos and a lot of Motor Maxes too, you know, you don't really see the back doors open, which is alright. This car does have opening trunk. Looking inside, you do see the lining, the trimming, and everything that the real vehicle does have, which is pretty nice. You do see these huge wheel wells, which I don't know about the 2005 version, but I own the 2010, and you do not see these huge wheel trims. So these wheel wells, and so I don't know if that's just this model or the real model actually does look that way. But if you guys know, let me know in the comment section below. Looking at the rear, the tail lights, paint, just straight paint. The reverse lights, straight paint. It doesn't look that good. Looks like there was no attempt to make it realistic at all. Like I said earlier, this is all painted on. It is not sticker, which I really like. I found this to be funny. Jeep for me on the license plate. That's pretty funny. Not sure why it's Missouri plate. Maybe that's where the car was made, something like that. I'm not too sure. Does have chrome lining down here by the bumper, which is true with the 5.7 limited version. Going to the bottom, we do have a spare tire. One thing that I don't like that model makers do is they put chrome for the exhaust. It looks cheap. You know, it's not realistic. It looks very cheaply made. I don't like that. I'm not a fan. So that's a small flaw. This model does support full suspension, which I really like. A lot of Maistos do support suspension, so that's a common thing. Here's the top. You see the sunroof. You see the rail system with the crossbars. That's pretty cool. As you can see here, the wheel spins with the brake disc, and the calipers stay still, which is great. That's what we want to see. This car does have full steering. Looking at the realistic steering with the inside is pretty cool. Plastic trimming down here as for the real model. That's pretty similar. So yeah, here we go. I mean, it's for the money. I would sincerely recommend someone picking this up. I would not recommend anyone paying $50 for it just because it's not worth it. I've seen some really nice quality models, much higher quality than this vehicle, for $50+. So I wouldn't advise anybody to pay $50. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I have seen them. I've seen a lot of them go for $50. But I do say, you can pick one up for $28. You're getting a great deal. You're getting a great deal because this is a well-built Maisto, and I'm really happy with this model. I'm not disappointed at all. I own 37 diecast cars in my collection. I've been collecting for about 2 years, so I own 37 diecast cars. So I know I have a lot of models that I'm happy with, and I have a lot of models that I'm disappointed with. And I will be doing reviews on each one of those models, and I will be showing you why. This one falls under the ones that I do like. It is super nice, and I do recommend you guys going and picking it up for about, I say pay no more than $35 for this model. It is very nice, and I do recommend it. Well guys, this is it. This is all I have for today. Thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to bring you guys this review. Please like, subscribe, comment below any questions you guys have. If you guys want to see future videos, I will be posting those like every 2 weeks. I'll try to have them out for you. I do have a lot of other models, so I definitely have cars to do reviews on. So I'll be getting those out to you. Thank you guys so much. This is my first video, so bear with me. Please comment below anything that I can do better to better myself so I can communicate to you guys better. This is all I have though. I'm using the camera on my phone. This is all I got for right now. I'm just starting up the channel. The reason why I started this channel is because there's a lot of good collectors out there that are doing a lot of better reviews than I am. But I'm doing this review because there's a lot of us that just get budget cars, and we don't really get like these crazy outrageous cars that no one can afford, or no one's willing to drop money on. So I like to focus on the budget cars, but at the same time I am a collector and I do have different cars like auto art. I do have those expensive cars as well, but I like to focus a lot on the budget cars as well, just because I know most of us out there have it. And for those that are looking to get into it, you guys shouldn't. I don't recommend you guys buying a $100+ vehicle, model. I don't recommend that. I recommend you guys starting with the lower end model so you guys can learn. There's a lot of modification that can be done to these vehicles. A lot of projects, and I do have a lot of models that I have done modifications to. So, and I will be showing that to you guys. But I do recommend this, starting out with the lower end models. And this is why I'm doing these videos. So I really appreciate you guys. This is all I have for you. Till next time, thank you guys.